So I was asked a really good question at the Azure Global Bootcamp yesterday, on Saturday. And the question was, if I'm starting out trying to develop something for the Internet of Things, even if I'm just playing around, can I pick up my old Android, iPhone, whatever phone device that has a processor that has sensors on it, mess with that to talk to, um, in that example, Microsoft Azure IoT Hub, but in general, to play around with the Internet of Things. And I gave the answer of you should throw your device away. And that might be a little bit harsh. Don't throw the device away, give it to someone who might want a phone that your phone's nicer than theirs. Make sure you clear it first of all your data, but I think that the idea there is the same. I mean, if you're going to be messing around with the Internet of Things, invest in a little bit of hardware. Now, with at least with Azure and Microsoft, you can emulate a device, and that's true of other platforms as well. But if you're going to jump in with both feet and get an Arduino, get an ESP8266, or get an Raspberry Pi, and address the GPIO pins, so the inputs and outputs, the input and output electricity. You want to be in that space, even if you're just messing around. The hardware's not that expensive, and if you don't want to buy the hardware, emulate it until you do. But trying to put stuff on your phone, your old phone that's lying around, is going to introduce a lot more complexity, and you're not going to learn as much. You're going to learn a lot about app development, which is what you'll be doing, but you're not going to learn that much about hardware, as much about hardware, and you're not going to learn as much about sensors and all the different things that you can do with that. So yes, you could technically make an app that could read a sensor in your phone, your old phone, and put it on the internet, and you could be plugging your phone in the wall and read some information about the temperature or whatever your phone can listen to. But you're going to be using APIs inside your phone that aren't available on a lot of the widely available hardware platforms that the Internet of Things takes advantage of. So yeah, that would be my advice, is if you've got an old phone lying around, leave it lying around or give it to someone who could use a phone. If you want to get into the Internet of Things, buy a Raspberry Pi, buy an Arduino, buy an ESP8266, or other piece of hardware that'll help you get there, and you can learn something along the way. You'll learn more doing that than you would putting something on your phone. So that's just my hot tip of advice for people looking to get into the Internet of Things, especially software developers. It's a little scary messing with hardware, but it's really not that hard, and it gets easier every day. So that's a little bit of advice for you.